If we're truly honest with ourselves, impulse spending is the one thing that we've all experienced, or still we're doing it today. And we're going to talk about that today to see if we can help with this impulse spending. I'm Adrian from Adrian's Avenue, and I talk about things that are helpful to you to make better decisions to a better life. Let's jump right into this one. Now, just like controlling what you eat will help with your diet and make your body feel so much better, also controlling impulse spending will help with your financial health and make that look and feel a lot better. Now, I'll admit you probably won't like me very much in this video, but these are only helpful. Hear my heart. Hear my heart before you hear anything else. I am trying to do things that will help you and help myself as well with this impulse spending. The first thing we're going to bring up is to limit your exposure to things that you know that you're weak when it comes to impulse spending. Whether that is taking a trip to the mall when you know that if you get there, you're going to spend some money. If it means taking a trip to your favorite winery or a trip to your favorite place you like to eat, and you overindulge sometime at that place, whether it's browsing online to see what Amazon has up for sale, or browsing the TV to see what commercials are coming up, what they're suggesting. If you're hungry, you know, you're going to see a commercial and you might go out and get some food or something like that. Also, QVC, the late night when you're bored and you don't have anything to do, people will get on QVC and they will sell you something. That's what they're there for, the advertisement and the sales, to get you to push that button. You need this, you need it right away, you need it now, and the time starts clicking to the number of amount that they have, or either the number of minutes that you have to buy that item. But when we eliminate exposure to some of these things, it's kind of like an alcoholic going into a bar. Why would you ever go into a bar if you know you have problems with alcohol? So what I'm doing is to ask you to stay away from some of these things that you know you're going to spend money if you get online too much. I like Amazon. I love Amazon. And there are things I can start scrolling on Amazon. I'm like, that looks pretty good. But mostly what I do on Amazon, if I get a picture of something, or if I find out something that, oh, this is good for me, let me check the prices on Amazon and check the prices other places. That's what I mostly use Amazon for. But remember, Amazon has a browsing feature where you can go down and you can see exactly what you've looked at and what you've pondered over. And if you still want it there, they even have an area where you can store things that you did not buy. You want to put them on the wait list or the wish list, that you can pull them off at any time and purchase those. Those are the things we need to stay away from if we have a problem with impulse spending. The second tip I will give you to either use cash, use a debit card, or even a gift card that has a certain amount on it. All three of these work for me, because the feel of handing cash over, when I know that I need to limit myself, when I go to Home Depot or somewhere like that, I need to limit my spending on things, I may take cash. And by using cash, I'm handing over the $50, the $100 to them from my pocket to their pocket. And it feels a little differently than swiping a credit card. Now, I do know how to use credit cards to stay within my limits and not pay interest on my credit cards. But what I'm saying is it does feel different. It is true. It feels different when it's going from my pocket to someone else's pocket. Even a debit card, you can see that this amount is coming down in your checking account or whatever account that debit card is connected to. And even with gift cards, I've been given gift cards like $100 gift cards, $200 gift cards, and keeping up with those, I may designate that gift card for just either snacks or lunch on occasion. But I'm keeping up, because when I swipe that gift card, if it was $100 and the meal cost $19, that means I don't have $100 anymore. It's less than $100. And so I need to keep up with that so that I'll know the next time I swipe, it's going to go down even more. And so these are three things. These are three key things that money is actually leaving you and going somewhere else. A debit card is swiping, but you know that amount that was there, set amount, is going down. For the gift card, is a set amount and it's going down. Nothing is being added to it. It's leaving you. And the feeling of money leaving hits differently. So if you have a problem with impulse spending, try using cash, try using debit, try using a gift card for these impulse spending items. This next tip, I will ask you to avoid shopping when you are emotional. Whether you feel sad, whether you feel excited, whether you feel disappointed, avoid shopping and going out in those moments, because that will not work in your favor. It's like going to the grocery store when you're hungry. Everything looks good to you. You start loading up the basket. I've done it before. I'm guilty. I start loading up the baskets with chips or things that I really don't need because, that sounds good. I'm hungry. My stomach is growling. That looks good in the moment. And so let me just put it in the basket, or let me try that because it looks good. It sounds good. I saw the commercial on TV. I don't really need it. It was not on my list, but it's something that I put on the basket because I'm hungry. And don't let me go by the dessert aisle, because if I'm hungry, it's like, I haven't had that in a while. I've been doing good with my sweets, so let me just celebrate and put that in the basket. Emotions will do the same thing to you. So you want to make sure you're not shopping because you're emotionally. If you're sad and you go shopping to make yourself better, just know when you do this, you guys, this is a temporary fix. It doesn't fix what's really wrong. It may perk you up for the moment, and then when you get home or you eat it, you're back into that same state or close to that same state. It's only temporary. If this happens too often that you like to go out, run out every time because it's emotional, you're not exercising self-control. And when you learn how to not shop emotionally, you'll kind of help you with exercising financial self-control. And if you do it too often, like I was saying, there's probably a deeper issue that you need to get to. Has nothing to do with actually shopping, because some people eat when they get sad, when they get happy, to congratulate themselves. They just turn to eating. So we all have our little vices that will pacify our emotions in the moment, but they're temporary. And if you're doing this on a regular basis, something that you feel like you may be out of control or just can't get it up under control, it's best to probably seek help from a professional, because there may be a deeper issue. Get the issue solved, and you won't have to go spend a bunch of money when when you feel emotional about something, whether it's happy, sad, disappointment, whatever the emotion. It could be a good emotion. It could be a bad emotion, but whatever it is, you don't need to go shopping just because the emotion hits you. If I were to grant you one last impulsive move, that would be hit that like button and that subscribe button and make a comment in this video. What's getting you emotionally? What emotion do you feel that makes you run out and spend money? I would like to know. And maybe let us know what can you do to kind of curb that you won't go out and spend money. Let me know if this video is helping you as far as being the emotional spending goes. But hit that like button and hit that subscribe button and leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Now, right back to the tips. This next tip is golden. Use the 24-hour rule. If you see something that you feel like you need right away, that you have to have it, it'll wait. It'll still be there. They'll still have more tomorrow. You may can find it even at a better price. But just stop and hit the 24-hour button. Look at your watch, see what time it is. Wait 24 hours before you make that purchase. If you still feel like it's something that you need in your life, go ahead, and something that you can afford at this time, something that fits into your budget, make the purchase. Congratulations, you're fine. But if you feel like, that's something that I probably don't have to have now, let me just wait about it. Let me think about it. Let me get it next month. Let me save for it. Make those kind of decisions, and those will be in your favor too. But use the 24-hour rule to just stop and think about it. It will be there. I guarantee you can find it somewhere else, or it will be there when you come back. Some stores will even let you, they will hold things for you for 24 hours or hold things for you till the end of the day. And if they hold it to the end of the day, that means nobody's going to buy it that day. So if you go back early the next day or the same time, probably the next day, it'll be there. But normally there's nothing so critical that you have to have right now, right here, right now, that you've never seen before. Because impulsive spending is about something that you just saw and you just have to have. You didn't plan it out. It's an impulse. You saw it And that's why when you go to the grocery store, they have all the gum and all of that right when you're checking out the magazines. You wasn't planning on buying gum. You wasn't planning on buying these magazines, but you see your favorite star, favorite singer on a magazine. I've done it, and I've purchased the magazine. It's an impulse. That was not on my list. I didn't even know that person was on the magazine. And I purchased the magazine. Or I see something, a little something at the checkout line, and it's like, oh, that looks good. Let me just buy it. This $1, $2, $3, it adds up. So let's just curtail that and do the best job we can as far as when it comes to impulsive spending. Now, this is a little more difficult for some of us to do, but to unsubscribe from some of these emails that we're getting asking us to buy things, some of the people we like to follow that's asking us to buy things, or taking your credit card number out of Amazon, take your credit card number out of these other places where you actually have to go and put your credit card number back in to purchase something. It makes it a little more difficult. You think about it a little bit more, but it is so easy, so easy. I guarantee you it's easy. I do it all the time. That if it's something there that I want, my credit card number's there, and they have all the things except for normally that 3-digit code on the back of the card. All you got to do is put that in and it'll go through. I pay my bills like that. It just goes through. But if you want to help yourself, remove your name from some of these emails, remove your name from some of these advertisements that you signed up for stuff, and they'll keep sending you these emails, buy this, buy this, buy this. If you don't buy something, if they're not providing you with good solid information and not asking you to buy all the time, you can hang on with them. But if they're asking you to make a purchase all the time and it's something that you're deleting because you're not that interested in it anymore, you may have been interested in sometime in the past, but maybe you've moved on, go ahead and delete yourself from their email. They probably have hundreds and hundreds of people on the email. But if it's someone that you feel like is still beneficial to you, still serving you, continue to hang on to those folks, continue to receive the emails. They should be sowing into you as well as you sow into them. So just make this the habit and try to get off of those email lists that don't serve you anymore, and remove your credit card, which is very difficult to do, from some of these places where you know that if it's there and you see something, you're going to purchase. The last tip I'll share with you is very critical, and that is to have an accountability partner. Have someone that you can count on that will hold you accountable, and maybe you guys can hold each other accountable. There's 100% of the lies you tell yourself, you know them because you don't tell them to anybody else except for you. But when you tell someone something and ask them to hold you accountable, now you know you have to report back to them, and they're going to ask you questions about, did you do this like you said you were going to do? Your words should be your bond, so you should not say things that you're not going to do. And to know that you're going to have to face this person and let them know that you either did or did not do the thing that you said you were going to do, having that accountability person is golden. Most people will tell you, if you have me as an accountability person, I'm going to ask you and I'm going to hold you accountable. As a matter of fact, I set a time that we're going to speak every day, or I'm going to send you a text message. I'm going to send you an email, and I expect to hear back from you. So I take this very seriously. So don't get me as an accountability partner. My sister warns everybody, you don't want her to do that because she will hold you accountable. And I'm helping you by holding you accountable because you need this. You won't do it unless someone is holding you accountable and asking you, did you do what you said you were going to do? So when it comes to this, having an accountability partner is golden. Have someone that you can rely on. And maybe just like going to the gym, when people go to the gym, sometimes you don't go because you know, even though you said you were going to go Monday through Friday, nobody knows that. Nobody's holding you accountable. And if there's nobody that's going to be there waiting on you to get there, nobody's going to ask you, did you go? You're not going to do it in most cases. If it's raining outside, that's a good excuse to stay in bed. If it's cold outside, good excuse not to get in the car and go to the gym. But when you're being held accountable because you're the one who said, I'm going to do this. And so for someone to say, this is what you said, this is the promise that you made to yourself. And like I said, 100% of the promises that we make to ourselves, we know when we're lying to ourselves, but nobody else knows unless we have someone holding us accountable. So do yourself a favor and get an accountability partner. Congratulations, we've just discussed major keys for controlling your impulsive spending. Go back through the video, jot down some things, and hold yourself accountable. Have an accountability partner. Do the things that we talked about to control this impulsive spending and make your financial health much, much better overnight.